If you're planning an LED sports lighting installation and you work for a school, municipality, commercial facility, or sports club, this is the video you need to watch. These are the top 5 mistakes that can derail your budget, delay your timeline, or turn a great idea into a costly problem. So before we jump into the mistakes, let's talk about what LED sports lighting actually costs. So outdoor fields like football or soccer can cost from $150,000 to $450,000. Outdoor courts like tennis, pickleball, or basketball, anywhere from $30,000 to $120,000. And indoor sports lighting, for example, for school gyms, somewhere between $50,000 and $250,000. Now keep in mind that these numbers come straight from our internal database, which analyzes thousands of real-world lighting projects every year. To get a tailored estimate for your specific project, use our sports lighting cost calculator. The link is in the description. Mistake number 1, inaccurate cost estimates. A lot of the times when we analyze projects, they start with numbers that are way too low, or they miss key parts of the job. It's not just the lights. You've got trenching, electrical work, structural needs, permitting, design services, and maybe even retrofits. If you leave any of that out, you're in for a budget shock later. This is how change orders happen and how project managers end up going back to their board asking for more money. One high-profile example, Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. It was originally budgeted under $300 million, but final cost soared past $455 million. Why? Inaccurate cost projections, underestimated site and legal expenses, and virtually no contingency built in. It's a clear reminder that underestimating early can lead to massive overruns later. Estimated cost impact, somewhere between 10 and 20%. How to avoid this? Work with lighting professionals early who understand the entire project lifecycle, from permitting to power needs, and can build realistic, all-inclusive budget from day one. Number 2, ignoring permitting and site infrastructure early in the planning process. If you delay coordination with local zoning officials, inspectors, or utility companies, you're setting yourself up for slowdowns, whether it's trenching issues, permit holdups, or scheduling conflicts. Cost impact, anywhere from 10 to 20%. How to avoid it? Bring in your permitting and utility contacts before ordering equipment. Review trenching routes, easements, and local code early. Replacing poles that could have stayed. Modern LED systems are designed to retrofit onto your existing poles, saving time and a whole lot of money. What's the cost impact? Anywhere from 10 to 15%. How to fix it? Before assuming new poles are required, ask vendors for a retrofit evaluation. Many of the best LED systems can mount directly onto existing poles and crossarms. Mistake 4, underestimating your future power needs. We've seen fields go dark because added buildings, restrooms, or concession stands exceeded the site's electrical capacity. Cost impact, anywhere from 10 to 25%. How to avoid it? Always design with expansion in mind. Make sure your electrical service includes headroom for future add-ons and seasonal load spikes. Mistake number 5, skipping site assessments. What's underground can derail the whole project, whether it's bedrock, poor soil, or unexpected utility lines. So what's the cost impact? Anywhere from 5 to 15%. How to avoid it? Always perform a geotechnical assessment and utility scan before design finalization. It's a small upfront investment that can save major money down the road. And mistake number 6, treating LED design like traditional sports lighting design. LED systems have different beam angles, aiming, and output. Using outdated logic can lead to issues with lighting uniformity and performance. So what's the impact? Somewhere between 5 and 7%. How to avoid it? Demand a custom photometric design using an industry standard software. The right partner will tailor the system to your facility's layout, not just drop in a one-size-fits-all spec. So let's recap. Say you're working with a $250,000 budget. Here's how that can completely derail and spiral out of control. You relied on a poor estimate from an unprofessional lighting supplier. That's an extra 20% right there. You skipped early permitting, add 10% more. you replaced poles that were perfectly fine for LED, another 15% gone. You didn't plan for future power loads. That's 10 to 20% on top. No site assessment? That's an easy 10% increase. And you treated LED design like old HID lighting, add 5% for design inefficiencies. Just those 6 mistakes can balloon your cost from $250,000 to $400,000 or more. And that's not even counting external factors like weather delays or market fluctuations in material and labor costs, which can stretch your timeline and budget even further. So what's the solution? Get in touch with professional sports lighting companies early. They will guide you through the whole process from design, site assessments, permitting, power loads, all the way to long-term support. They will help you build a future-proof plan for your project.